And I say this as a fan. Taeyang always had my heart, still does. He was like my OG first ever K-pop crush. Like, I love Taeyang. And my second favorite was Seungri. And actually his song 나 지금 할 말 있어요. And not for nothing, it is really creepy because GD warned us.
그래도 VIP에게 쓰는 거죠.
네.
비록 우리 4명이지만 끝까지 응원해서.
잠깐만요. 왜 내면? 원래 범죄자로 만드시고.
What's up, idols? It's CC Lesson 3. Welcome back to my channel. So, right from jump, this is not going to be a popular video because, you know, it involves criticizing some people's opars, and I know how dedicated the K-pop fan bases tend to be. Just like to air out my mind and say what's on my mind and clear up some thoughts and stuff. So, this video is going to pertain to essay, trying to be YouTube friendly here, in the world of K-pop. You know, so the Seungris and the Chris Woos as of late. Subscribe if you haven't already. You know, I'm getting closer to that 100,000 subscriber goal, which, yay. Leave a like if you like this. Again, I don't expect a lot of people to like it because it's an unpopular topic to talk about, unpopular opinion to have. And the only reason I am making this now is because I was pleasantly surprised that Seungri was actually found guilty. I thought he was going to get off scot-free, and I saw, not surprisingly, that there were a lot of people defending Seungri, and he was trending on Twitter like last week. It confuses me, especially when I see it's from girls. It's like, etuyoja. This is already like a hard topic to talk about, but like, so many people are convinced that the evidence that came out against Seungri was like fake and it wasn't real and the witnesses lied and all that stuff. But here's my thing. Not everything is a conspiracy or fake news because you don't like it. The truth just sucks sometimes. The truth just is what it is, and it's not meant to make people happy. It's the truth. It's what happened. I remember even, was it like February of 2019, me and Lana Summer, we did a mukbang and we were talking about K-pop and how we got into it, and we were talking about Big Bang and how we said we were worried that Seungri was out by himself without his hyungs, not having any supervision.
You saw like this the Big Bang, like when they were in their prime. Yeah.
Honestly, I really wish that Seungri left with them, so they all, because the rest of them are coming back later this year, and then he's about to go off. Like, they should have all gone at once.
Also,
so
like,
they
I feel
come
like
back
Seungri,
together.
like, he needs some supervision when he's alone. Like, you think he needs supervision?
So he was on Running Man with B.I. and Bobby, and he was just like shouting at them like, "Oh, you're not here to tell me what to do now, GD, huh?"
백골 부대 보고 있나? 이기자 부대 보고 있나? 이기자 부대 보고 있나?
I was so convinced I was gonna marry Taeyang one day.
Really?
I love him. I don't care that he's short. And then a month later, we hear about the Burning Sun scandal. So people knew what this was. Personally, I mean, just me alone seeing what he said in those chats was enough. Like, when the best your defense can do is say, oh, it was autocorrect, you know there's a problem. So this is what Seungri said. This is translation of the chat, and I'll put the link in the description box below so y'all can see the rest, because it gets worse than this. So Seungri, do whatever they want, the girls. Seungri also said, looks like it's the visitors from Taiwan. Mr. K, what girls can we call now? What's worse is that they're Chinese, OMG. Yoon Suk says, Mr. K manages things well enough so that he doesn't get involved with others. Seungri said, just do it right with no mistakes. Seungri also said, girls, go with the ones that give well. Now he said that, oh, it was an autocorrect and it was supposed to say, go with the ones who play well, whatever that means. No attempt to correct it. And the following message from Mr. K didn't go like girls. Like, he didn't, what are you talking about? He knew what they were talking about, is the point. So Mr. K said, I'm calling them right now, but I don't know if they will give well. I wonder if they will give well considering it's not you guys. Mr. K also said, for now I'm calling, and there's like a name. So Jung Junyoung, one of the worst ones, said the Chinese ones will like the girls who look like they have plastic surgery more. Seungri says, anyway, do well. Yoon Suk says, I'm getting the P words. When the two of them get here, Mr. K can take them to the hotel room. Then Mr. K says yes. Then Mr. K says 2 gangsters sent. And it gets worse. Like, yeah, like I said, I'll link it below so y'all can read them translated for yourself. But like, here's my thing. Innocent people don't retire. People, like, okay, remember when stuff came out with Wano from Monsta X, and he didn't retire, he took a step back from the group. Same with B.I. He didn't retire, he took a step back from the group. They're still making music, they're still out here because they knew they were innocent. They were found not guilty of whatever they were being accused of. This dude retired instantly. Like, was it early 2019, March 2019? He's like, I am retiring from the spotlight because he knew what was about to come out. You don't run these businesses and know these people and not know what they're doing. Even if you knew what was going on and didn't actively engage, which I don't think was the case, I think he did actively engage, that's a crime. Like, I can't have friends who rob banks, sell drugs, and know about it and expect to just be considered innocent. Like, if the police and the authorities find out that I know and didn't say anything, that's a crime. I'm in trouble for that too. I'm a firm believer that the company you keep is a reflection of how you are and who you are. Like, we are who our friends are, you know what I mean? You don't have criminal friends if you're not a criminal. I mean, I get, you know, people do have like diverse friends, but when it's illegal stuff, you don't associate with that if you're not also a part of it. At least the way I see it. I'm not gonna have friends who rob banks, sell drugs, fight people, assault people, and then not know about it or not also be in that work. Like I said, the chats, bro. Those chats took down a lot of people with good reason. They're dirty. I really just want to try to have a genuine discussion to try to understand other people's views on this, because I don't get it. Like, to me, he seems quite guilty, given all the evidence, given everything that's come out since, given all the people around him that went down. You're not the one innocent person, you know, like that very rarely happens. Look at the Cheeto, former president, I'm not gonna say his name. All these people around him facing prison, getting indicted, having charges drummed up. I digress. People are convinced that this was all like some smear campaign and the evidence was fake and they're trying to take him down, but who would that benefit? Because, not for nothing, K-pop is a successful industry, billions of won generated annually. They try to maintain this squeaky clean, pure image because that's more financially beneficial, that's more friendly, like that sells. So if anything, there would be more people trying to bury this and make it go away, not bring it to the forefront and make fake charges, because even when this all came out, K-pop stocks dropped, especially YG in particular was hard hit. And not for nothing, it is really creepy because GD warned us. I don't know if you guys were K-pop fans back then or remember, but from like 2016, right after Eramorigeta,
I love you. And I'm gonna get down. I love you. Girl, I wanna get down.
they did like one last promotion before they started to go on hiatus because they had to do their military service. I guess the interviewer asked the question like, what's something you want to say to your fans while you wait, or while we wait for you to come back? And GD said, even though we'll be coming back as a foursome, mind you, all 5 of them were there, and Sungri's like, what are you talking about? Knowing he was talking about him, saying how he needs supervision, and him being by himself, things will happen. I'll just show the clip here.
5년 뒤에 빅뱅으로 출발!
진짜 한다고? 아니 어떻게 다니? 요즘 우리 넷이 활동하고 있는데.
잠깐만요. 오랜만에 무슨 말씀 하신 거예요? 잠깐만요.
저기 승리야.
예,
들었어.
그 일은 잘 해결됐지. 무슨 일이에요? 잠깐만요.
그러니까 승리야 자꾸 연락이 오더라고 돈 꺼달라고.
잠깐만요.
우리가 전화 못 받아서 미안하다 야.
정말 뭘 따돌리는 느낌이네.
이렇게라도 보니까 좋다.
예.
우리가 카메라가 있으니까 이렇게 만나.
저기 한 명도 저기 잘 계시죠, 형수님?
네, 잘 있죠.
잘 있으세요? 예.
아유 고생이 많아가지고.
잠깐만요. 왜 그러시는 거예요? 왜?
입국 금지가 이제 풀려가지고.
잠깐 입국 금지라뇨. 무슨 말씀하시는 거예요?
얼마 전에
아니 왜?
병원에 누워 있는 거 사진 올렸어.
아니 왜 저를 범죄자로 만드시고? 예?
얼마나 걱정을 많이 했는데.
제가 맞나요?
제가 좀 말을 미리 해드리는 게 낫나요? 아니면 나중에 5년 뒤에 그러시면?
네, 5년
그러면
뒤에
이게 지금 얘기를 하는 게 재밌겠네요. 이게 예언이 될 수가 있네요. 그래 그런 의미였어.
아무튼 저기
몇 가지 두 가지만. 두 가지? 두 가지. 한 가지만 얘기할게요.
네.
그래도 VIP에게 쓰는 거죠.
네.
비록 우리 4명이지만 끝까지 응원해서.
잠깐만요. 왜 4명이에요? 잠깐만요. 5년 뒤에 4명이에요?
그게 한 가지만 얘기해주고.
그런 거죠 지금.
비록 우린 지금 4명이지만
네.
끝까지 우리를 빅뱅으로서 기억해주고 늘 우리
5년 뒤면은 4명인지가 좀 오래됐을 때.
잠깐만요.
늘 투어를 같이 돌아다니고 하느라 힘들지. 했을 때는.
아직 잠깐만요. 예.
우리랑 같이 세계 걷고 투어 다니느라 힘들겠다. 그래도 재밌지 이런 식으로 쓰면서 나중에 우리 꼭 그 친구 보러 가자.
잠깐만요.
이렇게.
연애 가면 될 것 같아.
그러니까 잠깐만요.
그런 거죠. 5년 기니까.
예.
예를 6년 뒤, 7년 뒤면 다시 또 5명이
그
친구는 활동할 때는 안 그래 보여.
And I say this as a fan. Like when I first got into Big Bang, they were on Running Man, so it was all 5 of them. They were really funny. And Taeyang always had my heart, still does. He was like my OG first ever K-pop crush. Like I love Taeyang. And my second favorite was Seungri, and actually his song 나 지금 할 말 있어요. It was like the first Korean song I learned the lyrics to and understood it and could sing along. When I first got to Korea, I could not wait to go to Noraebang and sing that song and impress people. So like, I say this as someone who is a fan. I'm not just like an anti or whatever. Like, I used to like him, but when all this stuff started to come out, I'm inclined to believe the woman. Not saying that you should always believe what someone says because your genitalia is the same. My point is, a lot of people, when this happens to them, they're hesitant to come out because they know people will assume they're lying. They wanted a payday. It was their fault. They feel shame. They take the blame of it. I know women lie. Everyone lies. But the number of women who lie compared to the number of women who are telling the truth, incomparable. I'd rather believe a woman who was lying and she got caught later than believe a woman who was telling the truth and no one believed her. We already live in a patriarchal world where no matter what a woman does, it's her fault. What was she wearing? Where was she? Like, look at that Dow Kim thing that happened last summer. People were like, oh, well, why was she at the bar? And I'm like, well, he was too. Why was she invited the junk man over? She didn't. People found what was she wearing? It's always like that. It's always the girl's fault. What was she wearing? Where was she? Why was she out there? She could have said no. She shouldn't have been in that situation. It's always her fault. And I don't like that. So then seeing how it's unfolding with Chris Wu, again, I was a fan of his. I also found EXO on Running Man, and he had this song called July. I don't remember if that was like 2015, 2016 that I really liked. You should be faded, baby. I'm doing what was right. You're the baby now. Tell me what you want to say. Show me how you feeling, babe. And then my dad dragged me to see some Vin Diesel movie that he was in, and I was like, that's Chris Wu from EXO. I remember being in Hong Kong. He was on every bus. You could not go anywhere without seeing some high fashion Gucci, I don't know the companies he was with, high-end fashion ads. He was on the buses. He was everywhere, very popular. And I was honestly pleasantly surprised that Chinese authorities arrested him. I was not expecting that, but I kind of see it as them trying to discourage Western influences. Like, look, this hip-hop man is bad for the youth. I posted about it that he got arrested on Instagram, and a girl messaged me and said the girl was just looking for a payday and she was probably lying. And I just hate how that's like the instinct, that people assume the woman must be lying. And that's an ongoing case, so I'm not trying to like speculate too much. We'll wait to see what evidence come out. We'll see what happens next. But I am always aligned with a woman. Like, even if she's lying, then okay, you're a bitch. Like, why would you lie and make that up? You make it harder for every other person this actually happens to speak out, because people assume, oh, they just want attention, they want money, they're bitter. Name one woman who ever got famous or her life was ever benefited in any way because she lied about SA. I will wait. Like I said, I know this video is not going to be very popular because people are very protective of their opars, but wrong is wrong, even if they're talented and you love them. I know there's a large handful of people who refuse to believe that he's guilty or did anything wrong, and I know there's a lot of people who've seen the evidence and they were able to form their own opinions and be like, damn, this sucks, but he did what he did. And again, I was pleasantly surprised he got any time because I thought he was just going to get away with it. Especially when you see how lenient they are on crimes against women as opposed to things like weed, for example. Was it BTOB? He got like 2 years for smoking weed, and Seungri got 3 years for all of this. So, and I would just like to say that I don't want this, obviously, I don't want this to happen to anyone, but if it does, I would hope that people would be on your side and not just accusing you of lying or assuming you're lying and bitter or just want money or attention. And not for nothing, I expect dudes to kind of, you know, blame the girl and be like, oh, she shouldn't have been here, da 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 da. Nobody ever really looks at the dude. Like, why would you do that? They look at the girl like, why would you wear that? And it's not like an anti-man thing, because I know a lot of people like to equate female equality for hating men. It's not the same thing. That I do not hate men. I'm criticizing men because that's normal and it's healthy. Anyway, thanks for watching if you did. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Annyeong.